Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
It's TLC predictions time. That's right. This Sunday, after like 4 whole weeks without a pay-per-view, I've been getting anxious.
Palpitations.
Yeah, usually we get at least one every couple of days. It is time to go through our predictions. Welcome to the WrestleRamble, WrestleTalk's WrestleRamble. I'm Ollie Davis, El Fakador Laurie Blake, the other one Luke Owen. It's a 3-man booth.
Lovely stuff. And we're here to give our predictions for TLC, which is this coming Sunday. Stacked old card. And by stacked, I mean there are a lot of matches.
You could shape, because this is actually quite a good pay-per-view. 7 matches of it is, at least I would say. And 5 you could just have on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah.
Then we don't need Elias and Bobby Lashley, nor Finn Balor and Drew, nor Ruby and Natalya.
No. It's the same way, kind of like, because, you know, SmackDown are building like Joe versus Hardy and Shinsuke versus Nakamura and Rusev, but they're not on the pay-per-view.
Shinsuke versus Nakamura.
What did I say?
That's
Shinsuke
what you said.
Oh, you know.
Nakamura versus Rusev.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Rey Mysterio, is that what you said?
What did I say?
In your notes.
Oh yeah, well that's a mistake. We don't
need to bring that up.
Up again.
So anyway, Shinsuke versus Nakamura for the United States Championship over.
That's going to be a heck of a feud.
Oh man,
he suddenly breaks down.
It
he
is.
Just has a Gollum moment.
Just kicking each other in the dick.
Yeah.
Over and over again while wearing various types of comfy pajamas.
Yes, now.
So I looked at the Survivor Series card because I was like, man, this is supposed to be a 3-hour show with a 1-hour pre-show. Survivor Series was 4 hours with a 2-hour pre-show.
Yes.
Survivor Series had 8 matches in total. This has 4 more.
Yeah, but Survivor Series, every match had about 20 people in it.
This is
And Raw won all of them.
This is 3 times as many matches as War Games.
Wow. Well, that means it's going to be 3 times as good. Kick us off.
So,
Luke.
well, let's first address the current Wrestle League standings, which sees Ollie Davis in the lead with 9 points, although Laurie Blake also on 9 points, so technically I suppose you could say joint first,
yes,
which therefore does make me in last place with 7 points. All to play for, because we've got a lot of shows that are going to happen before the Royal Rumble when the eventual winner is revealed.
Just to re-explain what the Wrestle League is, because it's still in its infancy.
And it's so simple.
Yeah, it's we are totaling up every score for every match from Survivor Series to Royal Rumble. The person at the bottom at the end of all that has to do a punishment.
Yeah, you see, you complicated things already because you said every score of every match, which
on
is
pay-per-view
words
we
that
do
make
predictions for.
It's so simple.
If we say it, it goes.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So, kicking things off, it's the match that everyone is buying this pay-per-view for. It's the Mixed Match Challenge Finals. It's 3 months in the making. We've seen Charlotte Flair and AJ Styles. We've seen Bobby Lashley and Mickie James. We've seen Brawny, the Strowman and Ember Moon. But who's made it to the final?
Balor and Bayley.
No, it's not even them. It's only bloody R-Truth and Carmella versus Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. Who? I mean, I don't watch Mixed Match Challenge, because no one does. But from what I can gather, they spent the entirety of this show at the bottom of the rankings. Like, they've always been like, oh, for whatever. They've lost every one of their matches. Yet somehow they're in the final.
But how does the tournament work?
Well, it was a round-robin tournament style.
It's like the complicated...
So would they not have been knocked out? Like... Was it?
No, because you have to like face each other like multiple times, I guess, or you have to face.
You go
every
into the
team.
playoffs where it was sudden death, and somehow that's.
They would have ended up being
so
like
the,
the bottom
round
team.
Robin? Do you get a better standing in the round?
Yeah, because you'd have been like the bottom team versus the top team. But yeah, the bottom teams are the ones that have made it to the final.
every other team has got injured, so
quite. So yeah, it is R-Truth and Carmella versus Jinder Mahal, with the winners getting the number 30 spots in their respective Royal Rumbles, and more importantly, a week's paid vacation to a destination of their choice.
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah, so wacky skits, I'm guessing. Ollie Davis, I'll come to you first.
Japes.
Well, I don't care about this match, and I would have said what? And I would have said good. Like, I don't care about Mixed Match Challenge, but I feel like they should put the final on a pay-per-view, so I'm fine with that. But as soon as they made it worth something with that all expenses paid trip, I'm now like, well, don't give that to them. That makes it really important now with stakes. And of course, the more minor point of the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble. I think R-Truth and Carmella are going to win, and I think R-Truth, at the very least, is going to get attacked during his 5-second dance break when he makes his entrance at number 30 for a better person.
Kenny Omega.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Laurie Blake.
Yeah, it's the fabulous truth, isn't it?
Fabulous truth for Laurie Blake.
There's no way Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox are coming out at number 30.
Well, that would require Alicia to win something, and I don't think she's won anything in 10 years.
Yeah,
She was the Survivor Series Raw Women's Captain in 2017.
Yeah, but she didn't make it to the final because Asuka was the sole survivor.
She was the captain, and
Captain season.
do not rule out Jinder. That was another thing we learned in 2017.
Former WWE champion Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Has he won a match this year? He was champion, actually. He won at WrestleMania, didn't he? Didn't he win the United States Championship at WrestleMania?
Oh, I can't remember. Let's move on quickly.
There's just going to be a dance break at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, this match is going at most 3 minutes. It is the Cruiserweight Championship up next. It is Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. Champion Buddy versus challenger Cedric. Laurie Blake.
I'm still with Buddy on this one, I think.
Because he's your brother.
Because he is my twin.
Beard buddies.
My brother from another mother. That mother was also Ginger. I just think it's still too early for him to lose the title. I just think his run is just beginning, and that's pretty good. He was been on some SmackDown house shows as well, from what I've seen. He seems to be the next big thing.
I'm also going to go with Buddy Murphy, only because I think putting the title back on Cedric Alexander would be the most uninspired choice.
That's it. If it was someone new challenging,
Yeah.
hadn't already been champion, then I would be more inclined to say maybe it could be them, maybe it could be a Mustafa Ali. But yeah, definitely keeping the title on Buddy.
Even Mustafa, I couldn't imagine you changing the
but
title
it'll
to
be
him as well, 'cause he's
more.
had, how many shots has he had at the title now? Loads.
Well, that's it, because I was
And
thinking
even though
about this
he's
the other
appeared
day.
on SmackDown.
Of the Cruiserweight Championship matches that have actually appeared on pay-per-view this year, which do appear to be happening more often as we get towards the end of this year, it's only been 3 lads. It's been Buddy Murphy, Cedric, or Mustafa Ali. Has there been anyone else in any of those matches?
Enzo. You forget about he was still in the
But
company in
was he on
January.
pay-per-view?
Wasn't it?
No, I said, was he on pay-per-view?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think
Next
so.
one.
Next one.
He was on
gone by the
Raw.
Come
Rumble.
on,
He was
I'm
on
really
Raw.
excited about this match.
Okay, well, it is the one that was set up on Monday, the tables match between Ruby Riott and Natalya, with the stipulation that Ruby must put Natalya through the Jim the Anvil Neidhart table. At least that's what she wants to do anyway. I don't know if it's a stipulation.
So it doesn't
should
it
have
could be any
painted every
table.
Probably any table.
I would have preferred this match to have been Jim the Anvil Neidhart's sunglasses
On a pole match.
above the ring, and it was and you can use the sunglasses on someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But
what if
they
they,
would
were,
get
what if
set
they
up
were
for the
propped
guitar.
up by 2 small blocks of wood and you had to put them through the sunglasses?
Oh,
But it's very
nice, yeah.
difficult because they're quite big,
Yeah,
so
just
you
like
actually had to get
an arm.
it perfect.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll go first on this one. I'm going to say Natalya is going to get her revenge on Ruby Riott. I'm going with Natty. Ollie Davis, do you care?
No, I don't care. I think this is one of the. It's at least it's got a story, but this is easily one of the matches that could just be on Raw. Maybe the Monday that's just gone. Maybe next Monday. Maybe build up your Christmas show that's going to be pre-taped and is going to tank in the ratings anyway, and have that as kind of like a mini pay-per-view version of Raw.
Tanking in the ratings, how's that different to any other
Yeah,
episode
good
of
point.
Raw?
Good point.
Nailed it.
Well, it'd be a Christmas tank, which is far more
Festive.
depressing. I'm going to say Ruby here because
Ooh.
I think they just haven't got time to have Natty face Ronda now, and I feel like they were building Ruby. I feel like Ruby's a place like she's been built for Ronda.
Really?
Yeah. I think the Riott Squad will get a match with Ronda on a B-level pay-per-view before Mania.
Well, you see, now I would have said that back in October at Super Showdown because that's what I thought they were going to do, this sort of thing. But then it's been like they've done nout with them since, so I can't see that
I
happening
think
at
they're
this
feuding
point.
with Ruby. I mean, with Natalya.
Ruby's been feuding with
with
the right
Shinsuke
squad.
Nakamura.
Well, Shinsuke and
Shinsuke
Nakamura,
and
they're very
Nakamura.
different people.
they're like Simon and Garfunkel at their time.
Laurie Blake.
See, I agree with Ollie's point about Ruby Riott, but I feel like that's what I wish would happen rather than that's what they are doing, and I think they should have been doing this. I just think
I need a prediction.
Wrestle League's on the line.
I just think Natty's going to win.
You think Natty?
I just cannot see them putting Natalya through the effigy of her father.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, well, I literally just said it though.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but stuff you say kind of just goes over my head.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. Well, anyway, you've made
I'm
your choice
sticking
now,
with
yeah.
it.
Coming up next is the SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line as DeBar defend against the Usos and the New Day. Ollie Davis, you're up first.
So this was one of the rumoured title changes.
There were rumoured title changes, weren't there?
There are 3 rumoured title changes on this show.
The Intercontinental.
But I mean, they say that all the time, and
the women's.
stuff changes last minute. I think the Usos. I'm going to go with the Usos here. The Bar really haven't done anything, and the whole Big Show thing was a mess. And the New Day have had the titles too much. I think it's the Usos' turn. And that sounds cynical, but these are 3 acts that can actually pass the title around and it still means something.
I genuinely forgot about that Big Show stuff.
Yeah, that was I could.
Yeah.
The Big Bar.
You say it's it's the Usos' turn and the New Day have had the titles too much. Aren't the Usos like 10-time tag team champions at this point?
The New
but they
Day
don't make a big
Five
song
time.
and dance about it, do they? It's like New Day are 5-time champs, right? 5-time, 5-time, 5-time. So they'll be 6-time this time.
Yeah.
If they win it.
Well, what
about
do you
Usos?
think?
I don't know.
Well,
you were talking. I was making my mind up while you were doing it.
Sorry, I'll go next then. See, I am excited for this match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun if it's given time. If it's given 5 minutes, then it's going to be pointless. And given the amount of matches on here, it's highly likely this is only going to get 5 minutes because this ain't eating into no Seth and Dean time. But
It's going to take Dean ages to get out there with his hazmat suit.
God, trying to think who after this, where do they go with the tag team champions?
The same
same
matches.
3. Yeah, the same 3 teams.
The same
Yeah,
three teams. Yeah, that's why it doesn't matter where it goes.
I
Really.
suppose. Yeah. When are the who? The Bludgeon Brothers. When are they back?
They're injured, so.
No, I
Not
know,
for a
but do we know
while.
if there's okay? The Bar. I'm just going to say the Bar. I'm going to say the Bar retain. Laurie Blake.
Ooh.
New Day, make it
Yeah,
interesting.
there you go. That was
Wrestle League!
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping you were going to go
Yeah.
second, so I'd have just picked the one you didn't pick.
I will say this is one of the only matches without a stipulation on TLC when it would have been one of the best ones to give it a TLC stipulation and to kind of recapture that.
Well, this absolutely would have been
that Hardy's,
Edge and Christian.
Dudley's, Edge and
I
Christian.
just want to say, Ollie Davis, you have been banging this drum now for, I want to say, 18 months.
gonna
Every
keep on banging
time the New Day and the Usos get into a feud, which happens every other month, you'll be like, it's going to build to a ladder match. They're going to have that ladder match on pay-per-view.
Eventually, I'm going to be right. Surely.
Well, speaking of ladder matches, with a guitar hung above the ring, the first person to grab the guitar and... No, it's not. You can just grab the guitar and use it, I think. But it's the
It's a
person
pinfall.
It's a pinfall match, but there is a ladder and a guitar involved. It's Bobby Lashley versus Elias. Laurie Blake.
Why does it matter, the guitar?
Because Elias plays one.
Yeah.
And it's been
but
like
then
Elias
Bobby Lashley
hit
has a
Leo.
Leo
Yeah.
Rush, so why don't we hang a Leo Rush from the ceiling
A
as well?
shark?
Shark
Cage
cage, you
match.
might say.
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
TL
no,
shark cage.
no shark cage. Just dangling.
From his pants.
Just
Yeah.
loose. One guitar on one side, Leo Rush on the other.
Oh, I like it,
The first
yeah.
person to get one down gets to use it as a weapon.
Yeah, good. I like it.
I think Elias.
Elias from Laurie Blake.
This
I mean, I don't
match.
care, Elias.
This match should be on the Christmas show, and it should have a festive stipulation.
Yeah.
Like this just screams Christmas tree ball match.
A candy cane on a pole match.
Yeah. I think Elias as well. God, but I don't really care. It's very uninspiring.
I'll say Bobby then. Chairs match up next. It's
TLC.
Randy Orton versus Rey Mysterio. Rey.
I love how much emphasis and like an explanation you're giving here.
And it's Rey.
I feel like Randy Orton's like, I'm trying to kill your favourites gimmick thing could have been built up more if he was going to lose to Rey here, but I still do think that Rey would win. Yeah, I would have preferred them to have done like another couple of pay-per-views where Randy Orton brutalises some other like.
Did you not see
classic
Hell in a
favourite.
Cell? Jeff Hardy could barely walk after that.
Yeah, okay, but then what about just because Jeff Hardy fell off the thing on his own? Jeff Hardy, of his own accord, jumped through a table.
And Randy Orton dived off that table a good 2 minutes before Jeff fell.
Yeah, Jeff was. Well, the problem was if Jeff was up there was no way down really beyond what he did. So that was his own fault. I'm not.
He was so discombobulated by Randy Orton fingering his ear, finger banging
Well, that's
his
the problem.
ear.
Is
Allegedly.
it messed up his centre of balance. That was it. It was gone
Yeah.
there.
I need an answer from you though, Randy or Rey?
Rey.
Rey. Ollie Davis.
Rey too. I think Rey is going to have a big Mania program, and I think this will start
Who do you think the menu program's going to
Well, they've said for the United States title. I say big, but
Mid-card.
mid-card, yeah.
But with
the
Shinsuke
biggest
or
you can
Nakamura.
be.
Ray hasn't really had a comeback match. Well, one of the reports is Ray versus Andrade, so
What,
for the
Mania?
United States title.
That would require Almas to be on TV.
Hey,
Hey.
you've got 4 months.
Stranger things have happened, I guess.
We might be seeing Almas.
Oh, nice! Pun work. Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor.
You get a point. You just get a point in the Wrestle League for that.
Ollie said that, so now Laurie Blake is currently in the lead with 10 points.
No.
That's how it works.
Take that back. Thank you.
Hey, you make the rules, man.
Datsun is the enforcer, though.
Is that why he's leading?
Yeah, it's weird how that's happened.
Yeah.
And by the way, the Wrestle League, just to make it more complicated, isn't just us three. It's all the WrestleTalk's.
But they don't-
for WrestleTalk.com.
But in the end, they don't factor into anything.
No, it doesn't count. They just get.
It's
their
a
own
prize.
sense
No,
of
the winner gets to
self-satisfaction.
keep their job.
Oh, right.
We need to treat this more like mixed match challenge. So that's like so it's non-canon that side over there. So you
It's
just
house
want
shows.
to
Yeah.
and you just want to focus on the stuff over here. Anyway, Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor in a straight match. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say that Drew wins because they got bigger plans for Drew than they have for Finn, and a win for Finn will do nought. And a win for Drew will just keep him at the level he already is. And I don't think you want to take him down any peg or two. The last thing you want to be doing with Drew McIntyre is getting him into 50-50 booking. The reason why he feels special at the moment is because he's been protected all year long.
Apart from that loss he had.
Well, but even in that loss that he had, it took 2 men to beat him.
True.
So he's been protected
Well, it
throughout.
took one man to be outside the ring to
And beat him up.
Oh, yeah, he did kick him, yes.
Yeah.
He did. I thought Finn just stood there smiling. All in my head, when I pictured that, thought back to that Raw, all I remember Finn doing was doing
He
this.
was smiling at him and making him lose HP with each passing second. Ollie Davis, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Drew for the exact same reasons. There's no real upside with Balor. Like, Balor's in the slot. There's no point getting invested in him because the very next night he'll lose to Kane. So definitely Drew McIntyre here because he's a big guy.
Yeah. Laurie Blake, what do you think?
Sadly, Drew too.
Drew,
I didn't think
too.
sadly, though.
No, I'm quite happy.
Well, just
with
because
Drew
it's
to
not
win.
interesting that we're not wavering from the. I'm more for the Wrestle League, the dynamism
matches.
of Wrestle
Yeah,
League,
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than us all just picking the exact same thing.
Right, we need
not
to-
for Drew. Like Drew should be winning this. Finn shouldn't be in this match, and he should be doing something else probably where he can win. I don't know.
Right, guys, we've got more matches to get through here, so we need to
We're
rattle
only about a
through.
third of the way
I
through,
know,
aren't we?
yeah. Right, it's the Raw Women's Championship match. Ronnie Rousey versus Nia Jax. Hashtag potato. Laurie Blake, what are you going to say?
Rhombus Rousey,
There you go, Ronnie with the win.
and the reason is she's Ronda Rousey.
And there's no way in hell. I mean, I'm not going to say there's no way in hell because I've said this many times before and then it's happened. But there's no way that Nia's winning here, right?
No. I
you're
think
gonna-
Ronda's winning.
Yeah.
The best she'll get is a DQ loss. Or maybe they count out. They have a count out brawl through the crowd.
No,
I don't know.
I think that this is going to be Ronnie 100% getting the win here because the whole point of building Nia Jax up was for Ronda to beat her. And so there's no point then in giving like Ronda Rousey a DQ finish because then she didn't beat her.
Well, I want this to be a Goldberg level mauling of Nia Jax. Let's have all
Yeah.
this heat on Nia Jax and have everyone want to see her get beaten up, and just have Ronda Rousey just pop off on her for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
break her arm.
Or that
Done.
would be like an actual punishment for her being an unsafe worker. You know, like everyone's like, they're rewarding Nia Jax by giving her this title shot, by making her the sole survivor at Survivor Series. But actually, if Ronda just beats her in 30 seconds, I feel much better about that, actually.
And plus, the longer this match goes, the more Tamina sucks up all the atmosphere. So you've got to try and get them out as quickly as
She's
possible.
ballooning
Yeah.
Well, that's...
the amount of atmosphere she's
Yes, that's...
absorbed.
There was no slight on anyone's body there.
Absolutely not. WWE Intercontinental Championship is on the line as Seth Rollins takes on Del Boy / Bane. Ollie, what do you think? Actually, I'll go first because I haven't gone first in a while. I'm going to say...
I think this is a difficult
It
one,
is
actually.
a hard one, yeah. It really is, as Riley Reid would say. I think this is going to go to Seth. I think Seth's going to retain. I think Seth is going to retain here.
Any reason why? You just had that conversation in your head, it seems.
Well, no, I was going like Seth Dean, Seth Dean, Seth Dean. And you're
The
like,
days.
I had one of those like paper things where you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this,
yeah.
yeah. And then it came
You
up.
smell.
And it came up with you smell, and then I was like, oh, it's definitely not Dean then, because otherwise he'd have told me that. Dean told me that I smell. It's Seth Rollins. I'm going with Seth Rollins.
I think I kind of like the idea of Seth Rollins being super strong if the idea is to build him up for a WrestleMania match with Brock. But I don't think Dean should lose. I'm going to say Dean.
I think Dean's a very good shout. Laurie Blake.
Dean.
Going with Dean as well. Dino.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be honest, you both probably are right.
Got the suitcase.
Because
there's multiple ways they can go with either.
Yeah. I'd say so. It's amazing that this one isn't a stipulation match either. Like a gas mask on a pole match or something. The WWE Championship is on the line as the new Daniel Bryan takes on AJ Styles.
AJ Stizzle.
Laurie Blake, what do you think?
Daniel.
I
feel like there's the potential.
Not anymore.
Nada.
No.
Not even that. just
Fickle.
not. Just fickle. Fickle. It doesn't work as well. I think there's potential that AJ could be going somewhere else come WrestleMania time. So I think we'll keep Daniel with the belt for now.
What was the rumoured AJ match? Was it Randy Orton?
But then there's been other rumours that AJ might win the Rumble and challenge for the Universal title. So,
wow.
Well, Ollie Davis.
I'm going to say a Bryan retain.
Yeah.
Bryan retains. Yeah, this is his first title defence, isn't it? So I would definitely not have him lose because he's just been doing spectacular work with his new character.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also going with the new Daniel Bryan. Up next, it's the TLC
50-50.
match between Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin. Braun, I guess, is going to appear? Because they've not said that he's not, but then he could always pull the card subject to change line and just be like, hey, never guaranteed that he was going to be there for the match. I did see someone make a suggestion that I don't think has been brought up by any of us, but what if Kurt Angle comes out and fills in for Braun? Because I've been saying it could be Bray, was
There's
one of the other
one,
rumours.
yeah.
Yeah. But Kurt Angle's a name. He's got prior with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin stole his job. Is Kurt still on vacation?
They've got fully.
Is that a storyline they've dropped?
Yeah, because he came back as a wrestler and then he's just dissipated after losing to Drew.
What a cool story.
Yeah.
A great use of your Kurt Angle.
I know, when they brought Kurt Angle back, they always knew what they were going to do with him. It wasn't to steal him away from any other promotions at all.
I can't believe it.
I'm going to say definitely Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a 30-second match. I don't think Braun's ready to take a bump yet, looking at his recent pictures on Twitter of his elbow after surgery.
It's all gross and purple.
He's going to come out in a very Braun way. He's going to annihilate Corbin, but not even fall over. And then he's going to climb the ladder and win. And then he'll face Brock Lesnar. And then Alexa Bliss will become the Raw General Manager.
This might not have a ladder thing involved. This might just be like a pinfall situation.
TLC match.
Potentially.
Yeah, if he's one-armed, he's not...
Yeah,
I think he can use both arms. I just don't think it's wise for him to take a bump.
Yeah. I'm also going with Braun. I think he's going to come down, one power slam, get the pin, and then be on their merry way. I mean, I'm also hopeful that Braun is winning here to end this Baron Corbin GM role, if only because Brian Alvarez has said that if Baron Corbin wins this Sunday, then he's not watching Retro Raw anymore because he can't deal with having Baron Corbin as a heel GM on one show and the Stephanie McMahon Triple H Helmsley era on Retro Raw. He's like, I can't do the same show for 5 hours every Tuesday. So I'm going to go with Braun. Laurie Blake, what say you?
I would say Braun probably through some sort of surrogate.
Oh, okay.
Oh, through surrogate. So you don't think it's going to be Braun? So
No.
is that your caveat that you want on there?
You can whack it on there if you want.
Okay. So you don't get the points if...
Oh, well, don't put that
No,
there.
let's say you will get a point. But if it is a surrogate, Laurie can go.
I can't spell surrogate, apparently.
Moustache.
I've written... No?
No.
Suffragette.
There you go. And finally, it is a TLC match. It's for the Smackdown Women's Championship.
Yes.
It is the man, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for that Smackdown Women's Championship. This has to be the main event of the show. I said it on the Smackdown review, but there is nothing else on this card that comes close to being a main event other than this.
This is a money feud.
Yep.
I think if this
So
was in the
good.
era where people actually bought pay-per-views and you had to actively go out and press the button to watch the show rather
pick
than
up
it
the
just
phone.
happen on the WWE network and mail in your receipt to get the free dog tags, I think people would actually buy it. I think this would be a ratings mover because Becky Lynch is over, and I'm going to say she retains. I'm going to say she retains, and she's going to lose at Royal Rumble and enter the Rumble match later in the night.
taking out Carmella in the number 30 spots, doing the exact same one you're going to do in the men's rumble.
As she moonwalks back into Becky Lynch, who's just stood
Yes. Or dance break, lights cut out, lights come up. Man time.
Right, Laurie, what say you? You got 3 options here.
Oh, it's so hard. Well, it's not Charlotte Flair. It's 50-50, I think. I mean, do they want to pull the trigger on Asuka? Vince only found out who she was last week. Becky.
You're going to go with Becky as well? Becky. I'm actually going to say Asuka.
It's a good choice. I think Asuka does have a very possible winner.
Yeah, I'm going to say Asuka wins.
Which means it's 100% Charlotte Flair. Because they'll be like, wow, people were cheering for this Asuka person. Have you heard of this Asuka person? People were cheering for her.
Where's she been?
When, before the Survivor Series thing, people cheered her more than Charlotte Flair. We best push Charlotte some more. People aren't getting the point.
Yeah, I'm going to say Asuka gets the win. I think they want to move Becky into a situation where she faces against Ronda Rousey. I think having Becky in the Rumble at an early position is key. Like you said, perhaps she could just take out, I don't know, Tori Wilson or whatever and enter herself in. But I'm going to say that Becky is... Not Tori, of all people. I'm going to say that Becky loses the belt here, Asuka gets the win, and then you do Asuka, Charlotte Flair, either at the Rumble or you build it towards WrestleMania and do the WrestleMania rematch 1 year on.
That's very
Asuka
good.
with the belts.
Or 5 months on after the Smackdown match.
Yeah.
And what's our bonus one here?
And we've got a bonus. So we last time we had, what did we have for TLC?
Who appears on the screen for NXT?
Yes. Well, who appears in the crowd? Yeah, for NXT.
And I can't remember what Survivor Series was. We could just go read this one out.
Yeah. Anyway, so our bonus question for an extra point is: how many tables will be broken across the entire pay-per-view, including the pre-show? Now, none of these matches have been announced for the pre-show yet.
Well, it's just all the card there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
No, yeah. But are they going to add more matches and put those on the pre-show?
Oh God, I hope not.
It's going to be a match between 6 tables.
Shinsuke and Nakamura.
Yeah, Shinsuke and Nakamura.
Has
he defended the belt? When was the last time he defended the belt?
SummerSlam, right? Or did he win the belt there?
I think he won the belt at Extreme Rules, because that's when Randy Orton made his return and attacked Jeff afterwards. Then it was the 3-way at SummerSlam.
Was there a 3?
I thought it was just
Nakamura. I mean, I haven't seen the pay-per-view. I thought it was just Nakamura and Jeff.
But tables, I've already thought about this. I think we're getting one table in Ruby and Natalya, because that's how the match will end. I think we're getting one table in another match, but not necessarily TLC. I think we're getting 2 table spots in the 3-way main event.
So you're going for
4 table breaks.
Okay, but what if that table spot in the main event includes the bit where they stack up 2 tables?
That's 2 tables.
No, but then there's another table in the corner another time, so maybe there's 3 in the main event.
That could happen.
I'm just trying to throw you off. Yeah. He's locked in on 4.
I'm locked in on 4.
I'm going to see your 4, and I'm going to go to 6.
Whoa.
6.
I'm going to go with
table
6.
heavy.
It's table heavy. I think it's going to be a very table heavy main event.
Well, the announcer's table does not count.
Oh, what? Why not?
And remember, women don't go through tables as well. That's not a sexist thing. It's just heaviness wise.
That's not true at all, man.
Sasha Banks never goes through tables.
She doesn't.
What about the Evolution?
Charlotte missed the table. Yeah, they missed the table spot. Was that Hell in a Cell?
No, that was Evolution, but she did it twice.
They went through 2 tables.
Yeah, and then they did the
They had to do it again, though.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't deplete the number of tables people go through. It just means they have to work hard.
And also, the final spot of the match was a table spot.
Oh, yeah.
If the table is the glass ceiling, they're going up through it.
Laurie, you've got a choice to make.
I feel like I've gone low with 4.
5.
Go with 5. You're going to just split the difference. So that is our predictions. Make sure you watch TLC and watch our review of it so you can keep up to date with the Wrestle League and see where we are with that.
It is all to play for.
And that's all we've got time for today. Please click the videos that have just appeared on this desk to catch up with the latest WrestleTalk awesome things, and this button over Laurie's face, which will subscribe you to the podcast version. I've been Ollie Davis, this has been Laurie, and that's been Luke, and that was Rambling.